Ever wondered if there are laws that might seem bizarre or downright absurd to you? Well, the answer is a resounding yes. In this fascinating world of ours, you'll find legislation that can perplex even the most seasoned legal minds. From rules about whistling underwater to laws against hunting camels in Arizona, these strange edicts still exist. So strap in, open your minds, and get ready to question the unusual. Prepare to be amazed as we delve into some of the weirdest laws still in force today. First up, did you know that in West Virginia, it's illegal to whistle underwater? This unique law came into existence due to a quirky incident in the mid-20th century. Despite its peculiarity, it's still enforced today, with local authorities keeping a keen eye on underwater activities. It may seem odd, but it's a part of West Virginia's charm, a reminder of the state's whimsical past. So if you're planning a trip to West Virginia, leave your underwater whistles at home. Moving on, in Massachusetts, it's illegal to snore unless all bedroom windows are closed and securely locked. Now, isn't that a quirky one? This law has its roots in old local ordinances aiming to maintain peace and quiet at night. And yes, it's still enforced today. Local authorities believe it helps promote good neighborly relations, especially in closely built residential areas. So if you're a loud snorer, you might want to consider investing in some quality window locks before visiting Massachusetts. Next, in Arizona, it's illegal to hunt camels. Now you might be wondering, camels in Arizona? Well, let's delve into this peculiar law and its origins. Back in the mid-19th century, the United States Army had this grand idea to introduce camels as a mode of transportation in the arid landscapes of the Southwest. The experiment, known as the Camel Corps, was a flop. The camels were ill-suited to the environment and the Army's needs, so they were set free to roam the desert. Fast forward to today, and there are no wild camels in Arizona, yet the law remains. It's one of those strange, outdated laws that still exist on the books, serving more as a historical curiosity than a practical regulation. It's a reminder of a time when camels roamed the Arizona deserts, a failed experiment that has left us with this quirky law. So, if you had any plans of camel hunting in Arizona, it's best to rethink. Lastly, in Canada, it's illegal to pretend to practice witchcraft. Yes, you heard it right. This peculiar law isn't about quashing the supernatural, but rather it's rooted in issues of fraud. Its origin dates back to the late 19th century, when charlatans would pose as witches or wizards to exploit the gullible. These fake sorcerers would claim that they could cure diseases, tell fortunes, or even place curses on enemies, all for a handsome fee, of course. Today, the law has evolved into Section 365 of the Canadian Criminal Code, which makes it a crime to fraudulently pretend to exercise or to use any kind of witchcraft, sorcery, enchantment, or conjuration. While the enforcement of this law is rare, it's not unheard of. In fact, as recently as 2017, a Toronto psychic was charged under this provision. So if you're planning to pretend to be a witch or wizard in Canada, think again. These laws might seem bizarre, but they're all still in force today. Let's take a moment to appreciate the peculiarities of our legal world. We've journeyed from the depths of the sea, where whistling underwater is a no-no, to the peaceful slumber of your bedroom, where you'd better have permission before you snore. Remember, in Arizona, you'll want to be sure to leave your camel hunting aspirations at home. Yes, you heard it right. Arizona law strictly prohibits hunting camels. And if you thought these laws were outlandish, let's not forget our trip north to Canada. There, you might find yourself on the wrong side of the law if you dare to pretend to perform witchcraft. Each of these laws, as strange as they may seem, carry consequences for breaking them. From fines to potential jail time, it's clear that these laws, however unusual, are not to be trifled with. But as we chuckle at the absurdity of these laws, let's also remember that they were created in response to real issues of their time. They serve as a fascinating window into the past, revealing unique cultural quirks and historical happenings. So, remember, no matter how strange they might seem, laws are there for a reason. Stay safe, stay legal, and stay tuned for more fascinating trivia.